Hi friends, welcome to this week's Sunday Sermon Preview for Sunday, August 14th. Well, as you can see, a lot's happening on the construction. I have a few announcements I want to share with you before we actually get into the sermon preview. The first is this Saturday at 2 o'clock, we're going to be out at the Tustin Ranch Salvation Army for the final concert of the Western Music Institute. Now, they've been up in Big Bear at the camp up there practicing music all week specifically for this concert. And it's a great time for them to minister. So you don't want to miss it. It's an amazing musical treat with all sorts of music, different types of music. Again, that's 2 o'clock at the Tustin Ranch Corps. Now, if you consider the Salvation Army Torrance Corps your home church, whether you're a soldier or a friend of the Salvation Army, you're not going to want to miss the 28th of August. It's after our worship service. We're going to have a spaghetti dinner, and we're going to have a soldiers meeting. We're going to sit around the tables and discuss business, finance, and the programs of this Salvation Army Corps here in Torrance. It's going to be very informative and hopefully very inspirational for you. Now, for the next 4 weeks, we're going to be looking at, we're going to be starting a sermon series on Jeremiah, the prophet Jeremiah. Now, I know what you're thinking. What does Jeremiah have to do with us today? He's an old man from the past. That's the Old Testament. We're living in the New Testament. Well, let me just tell you right up front, Jeremiah was a young man. God called him while he was young, and he called him to have a special word for the world, and we're going to hear what that special word is. We're going to be looking at how similar we are to Jeremiah. We're going to look at how do we live a life of obedience. We're going to look at how do we rise above being discouraged. We all get discouraged. We're going to learn how to rise above it. We're also going to learn about how to open our hearts completely to God, because sometimes we shut God out of our life. And Jeremiah shares with us how to open our lives completely, our hearts completely to God. We're going to start out this Sunday. We're going to be looking at Jeremiah, the first chapter, verses 4 to 14. Here's the interesting thing. It's how to get beyond making excuses. Jeremiah had a hard time just like you and I have. We make excuses for everything. Now, wouldn't it be ironic if you found an excuse not to read Jeremiah, the first chapter, verses 4 through 14, before Sunday? Look forward to seeing you this Sunday at 10:45. God bless.